you touched on inner work. You actually used the word inner work at least 2 or 3 times. And so I'd like to understand, and for everyone here, what does that inner work look like? And then what part of that do you feel has connected or contributed most to you being able to increase your typical deal size 25 times over that period? So 3 kind of different things to explore there, but I'd love to go through each one with you.
Yeah, you keep track of them. I'll just talk and answer them.
Let's do it. Yeah. So number 1, what is inner work to you? What does that look like? And just what have been the main takeaways that you've had from it?
Yeah. So I love that earlier you were just talking about pressure to make a sale. Okay. So let's use that as an example. Here's what I want the audience to understand is you're creating that pressure, right? That pressure is not, you're giving meaning to something external from yourself and creating that yourself, right? There's no pressure that actually exists for you. So that how you're thinking, right, that this is pressure, that I need to make this sale because this is the only money that I can think about, is determining how you feel, right? And how you feel is determining the actions that you're willing to take, which is showing up like kind of funny to this sale, and it's impacting your strategies and tactics going, I need to only focus on that. So the inner work is really understanding that how you think determines how you feel, and how you feel determines the actions you take, which determine the results that you create in your business. So it starts with your thinking, which means you have to understand how to think accurately, right?
What have you found, Chris, in regards to that in your personal journey? What's been most helpful for you? Is it a book, a resource, or whatever that you feel like made just the biggest difference in really understanding that, seeing that, and then being able to act on it in an effective way?
Yeah, I think it's really understanding like the law of cause and effect, and some of the what I would call like the fundamental or the universal laws of just how things work. And like with sales, like, or with money, like money comes from making a sale, which comes from doing sales activity consistently, right? That's it. Like that's just based on cause and effect. It's not based on luck or, you know, all this raise your vibration stuff. Like I think that's where people like get mindset confused, and I don't even like to use that term a ton. But like that's why mindset matters, because you have to have the right thoughts with the right actions combined. I love Wallace Wattles' book, The Science of Getting Rich: Vision, Purpose, Faith, Gratitude. Like those things set you up, like clarity on what you want, constant expectation of having it, purpose, which is just action. It's awesome. So yeah, that's what I mean by the internal work. And it's really, and it's, this is the point I wanted to make, is when you're feeling pressure, okay, when you're showing up with pressure or you need to make a sale, that's you focused, right? That's, you are totally thinking about yourself. And when you're in that space, you have kind of blinders on to what is possible for the client. So in my personal journey, I didn't understand that at first. And it's only been in the last couple of years that I understand where I get love from, where I get freedom from, where I get connection from, right? It's not from the people I'm selling to. I'm showing up to give those people something. So
yeah, I love that. And what would you say has contributed most? I mean, you mentioned your deal size has increased 25 times, right? So that's significant. What in those lessons or learnings or the cause and effect, how have you, if you just make that a bit more tangible for us, like what have you done or what have the shifts been that have allowed you to increase your pricing successfully?
Yeah. So Neville Goddard, in his book, The Power of Awareness, talks about the fact that man's chief delusion is that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. Okay. So you can re-listen to the recording, but that's going like how you think, right? So the thing was like, I wasn't thinking about my business like in a way that allowed me to do those deal size. So 2 things were happening. I wasn't seeing the opportunities to sell the market what it wanted, or to give or provide the service that the market wanted. So like that's something that I'm actually doing a big thing around. I knew what I wanted to do, right? But it was really doing the work to figure out what the market wanted to pay for now, like what was going on in the mind of my audience, and how could I change my offering, and being willing to change my offering to provide a service that the market wanted. So that was a huge difference. The other difference was just getting comfortable doing that level of deal size, right? Like just having the confidence in myself, knowing that I'm good enough, loving on myself, like building up the awareness. Those size deals were there when I started my business, right?
Yeah.
They were there 4 years ago. I just wasn't allowing myself to see them, ask for them. It's the same people that were in my phone 4 years ago. Like literally, like it's all the same people. Now I'm just, instead of doing those small deals with those people, now I'm doing much larger deals. And so that's what I think, and just solving bigger problems.
Yeah.
You know?
So Chris, I'll